Hi, my name is Basir. In the last video, we talked about sine rule, cosine rules, we talked about projection rules, we talked about half angle formulae and area of triangle. Now, using those formulae, I'm going to solve 5 questions that have appeared in previous year question papers. Now this very first question, it says in a triangle ABC, if 1 by A plus C plus 1 by B plus C is equal to 3 by A plus B plus C, then show that C is equal to 60 degrees. Now let us consider what is given to us. Let us consider this thing which is given to us. 1 by A plus C plus 1 by B plus C is equal to 3 by A plus B plus C. Now I'm going to add these two things. You can add it by taking LCM, or you can just cross multiply, your wish. Now 1 into B plus C, that gives me B plus C itself, and then A plus C into 1, that gives me A plus C, by the two denominators, obviously they multiply each other, so A plus C into B plus C is equal to 3 by A plus B plus C. Now this C and this C, I can add them up, so this is going to be A plus B plus 2C, or else you can just write it this way: B plus C is 2C, plus this A, I'm writing it as it is, everything else as it is, no changes whatsoever. So in this step, all that I did is I added these two C's. C plus C is 2C. Okay, now what happens? Now, okay, let's do this. Let us multiply these two and open the brackets. Let's do that here. So B plus 2C plus A by, I'm going to multiply with A, I'm going to multiply B plus C with A first, and then I'm going to multiply B plus C with C. Let's do that. A into B, that gives me AB, A into C, that gives me AC, C into B, you can write CB, or you can perhaps write BC as well. Obviously, let us write it alphabetically. Let us write B first and then C. C plus C into C, that gives me C square. Now 3 by A plus B plus C as it is. Now what happens? Now let us cross multiply them once again. Now this thing, it multiplies here, and then this thing, it multiplies here. So what's happening here? B plus 2C plus A into A plus B plus C is going to be 3 times this thing, 3 times AB plus AC plus BC plus C square. I'm going to multiply this entire thing with B first, and then I'm going to multiply this entire thing with 2C, and then this entire thing I'm going to multiply with A. Now B into A, that gives me BA. Let's write AB instead. B into B, that gives me B square. B into C, that is BC. 2C into A, 2AC. 2C into B, that gives me 2BC. 2C into C, that gives me 2C square. A into A, that gives me A square. A into B is AB. A into C is AC. So I multiplied B with this thing first. So I multiplied this thing entirely with B first, and then this thing entirely with 2C, and then I multiplied this thing entirely with A. Now right hand side, let me multiply with 3 and open the bracket. 3 into AB, that gives me 3AB. 3 into AC, that gives me 3AC. 3 into BC, that gives me 3BC. And then 3 into C square, that gives us 3C square. On the left hand side, are there any similar terms that I can add up? Okay, I see that I have A square only once here on the left hand side. So let me write A square as it is. And then on the left hand side of the equation, I see B square only once. So let me write it as it is. And then C square, okay, 2C square. Okay, C square also I see only once on the left hand side of the equation. So let me write 2C square as it is. And then AB, okay, AB and AB. AB plus AB, that should give us 2AB. And then BC plus 2BC, that should give us 3BC. And then CA, okay, CA or AC, 2AC plus AC, that gives us 3AC. Right hand side, let me write it as it is: 3AB plus 3AC plus 3BC plus 3C square. Now what happens? Okay, let me transpose all of this to the left hand side and change their signs. So I'm going to write the left hand side as it is: A square plus B square plus 2C square plus 2AB plus 3BC plus 3AC plus 3AB. If I take it to the left hand side, it becomes minus 3AB, plus 3AC, it becomes minus 3AC, plus 3bc, it becomes minus 3bc, and then finally plus 3c square, if I transpose it to the left hand side, becomes minus 3c square on the right hand side. Nothing is left, so I'll write a 0 on the right hand side. Now what happens? Okay, a square I see only once, so let me write a square as it is. B square, okay, I see only once, let me write b square as it is. And then 2c square minus 3c square, 2 minus 3, that gives me minus 1, so minus c square. 2c square minus 3c square is minus c square. Anything else? Okay, 2ab minus 3ab, that gives me minus ab. This plus 3bc and this minus 3bc, I can cancel them out. Plus 3ac minus 3ac, I can cancel them out. That's about it. That's about it. Now, I have to show that angle C is 60 degrees. How are we going to do that? A square plus b square minus c square is equal to minus ab. If I transpose it to the right hand side, it becomes plus ab. Now, I believe we can do something like this. I can write here into 1, because ab into 1 is nothing but ab itself. So, we are not doing any harm by writing into 1 there. Now what we can do, a square plus b square minus c square. Since ab is multiplying on the right hand side, ab is going to divide on the left hand side. So this is what I got here. And now what are we really going to do? How are we going to prove that angle C is 60 degrees here? How are we going to do that? You know that cosine rule can be used to find out cos of an angle when the sides of a triangle are given to you. A, B and C are the sides of a triangle. A square plus B square minus C square by 2AB, that should be cos C. Let's go back here, or else let me write here itself. Okay, do I have some space? Okay, here. You know that cos C is a square plus b square minus c square by 2ab. But then I don't have 2ab here, I just have ab. So what are you going to do? You can do two things here. You can actually multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2, so that this entire thing, a square plus b square minus c square by 2ab, that becomes cos c. So now in place of this rectangular part, I am going to write cos c. So this is going to be 2 as it is. In place of this rectangular part, I'm going to write cos c. So now cos c is going to be 1 by 2. 2 is multiplying on the left hand side, so obviously it will divide on the right hand side. And at what angle cos is equal to half? Cos is equal to half when the angle is 60 degrees. So this angle C, it has to be 60 degrees, hence proved. Let's move on to the next one now. Now this question was asked in intermediate first year examination AP March 2019 and Telangana State May 2018 question paper. We have a triangle ABC given to us, and it says A is equal to B plus C into cos theta, and we are supposed to prove sin theta is 2 under root BC by B plus C cos A by 2. Let us first consider what is given to us here. It says A is equal to B plus C cos theta. Now, so what is cos theta going to be here? Since B plus C is multiplying on the right hand side, B plus C would be dividing on the left hand side. So I have A by B plus C as cos theta. I am supposed to prove sin theta is equal to 2 under root BC by B plus C into cos A by 2. Since I want to find out what is sin theta, I know that sin square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. I believe you all know this trigonometric identity, right? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So sin square theta is going to be 1 minus cos square theta. Now since I already have the value of cos theta, let me substitute the value of cos theta here. So 1 minus, in place of cos theta, I'm going to write A by B plus C, and then this square that you see here, let me write the square as it is. Now what happens? Sin square theta is going to be 1 minus, square goes to the numerator also, and then the square goes to the denominator B plus C also. So what can we do perhaps now? We can actually just do a little cross multiplication here. We can write by 1 here, and then we can just cross multiply them. 1 into B plus C square is going to be B plus C square as it is. and then 1 into a square, that's going to be a square as it is, by, you end up multiplying the denominators, right? 1 into b plus c square is going to be b plus c square as it is. What can we do now? See, if I look at the answer, I'm supposed to get BC in the numerator. I do not really need a square here. So what can you do here? Can I get rid of this a square? I believe I can. If we go back to what we discussed earlier, you get to see that a square should be b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a, isn't it? We got this thing through the cosine rule. A square should be b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a. So now this is what I'm going to do. In place of a square, I'm going to substitute this thing. Now b plus c whole square, let us expand this by using a plus b whole square formula. What is a plus b whole square? A plus b whole square. A plus b whole square is going to be a square plus b square plus 2ab, isn't it? And then in place of a square, I'm going to write this thing. I'm going to write b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a by this b plus c whole square in the denominator. Let me write it as it is for now. So what am I getting here? Sine square theta is equal to b square plus c square plus 2bc. I'm going to multiply the bracket with the minus sign, and I'm going to open the bracket here. Minus into b square, that gives me minus b square. Minus into plus is minus. Minus into minus is plus. So what do we have here now? Okay, is there something that I can cancel here? I believe we can. Plus b square and minus b square, we can cancel them. And then plus c square minus c square, we can cancel them. Let's now write what is left here. Sine square theta is equal to 2bc plus 2bc cos a, okay, let us write it, by b plus c whole square. Okay, let's write it as it is. Now what we can do here, I see that in the first term I have 2bc, and then in the second term also, do I have 2bc here? Okay, yeah, I have 2bc here, 2bc cos a. My bad, this is not just 2b cos a, this is 2bc cos a. 2bc cos a. So let me write 2bc cos a. Now you would see here in the first term I have 2bc, and in the second term also we have 2bc. So let us take 2bc common. If I take 2bc outside from the first term, I'm left with only 1, because obviously 2bc into 1 is 2bc. And then if I remove 2bc from the second term, I'm left with only cos a by b plus c whole square as it is. Now sine square theta is going to be 2bc into 1 plus cos a is nothing but 2 cos square a by 2, isn't it? 1 plus cos a is 2 cos square a by 2 by b plus c whole square. I'm going to write it as it is. This is a direct formula here. 1 plus cos a is nothing but 2 cos square a by 2. So in place of 1 plus cos a, I wrote 2 cos square a by 2. Now what else? Let me use this space here, because I really don't have much space, because I have already copied another question on the next page here. So I'm going to use this space here. Sine square theta is going to be 2 into 2, which is 4 bc as it is, and then you have cos square a by b plus c whole square. Now I want the value of sine theta. I really do not need I don't need sine square theta, I need sine theta. So what am I going to do? I'm going to transpose the square from the right hand side to the left hand side, from the left hand side to the right hand side. So if I transpose the square from the left hand side to the right hand side, I have to keep an under root, right? Square, if I remove from the left hand side, I'll have to keep a square root on the right hand side. I hope you know that. Square becomes square root on the right hand side. Now what happens? Sine theta is going to be, root goes to all these terms. Root 4 is 2 itself, root BC, under root BC as it is. When root goes to cos square A by 2, the square and square root cancels out and then I'm left with cos A by 2. And then when square root goes to B plus C whole square, again square and square root cancels out and then I'm left with B plus C. So this is what we were supposed to prove. We were supposed to prove sin theta is equal to 2 root BC by B plus C cos A by 2, and we have proved it already. Let's move on to the next question now. Okay, now we have another question here which was asked in intermediate first year examination, Telangana State, March 2018 question paper. We have to prove that cot A plus cot B plus cot C is A square plus B square plus C square by 4 delta. How are we going to prove this? Let us consider the left hand side here. What is the left hand side? Cot A plus cot B plus cot C. Now cot A, I can write cot A as cos A by sin A, isn't it? And then cot B can be written as cos B by sin B. And then in place of cot C, I can write cos C by sin C. Now I'm going to use the cosine rule, and I'm going to write cos A as, if we go by the cosine rule, you would know that cos A can be written as B square plus C square minus 2BC, minus A square by 2BC, isn't it? And then sin A, I'm going to use the sine rule here. We all know that A by sin A is 2R, isn't it? We all know that A by sin A is 2R. Or else, instead of using this, since I want to get rid of this BC, let me try this. Let me use this one. Area of a triangle is half BC sin A. I'm sure you can recall this. Area of a triangle is half BC sin A. So let us use this. Now if I use this, area of a triangle is half BC sin A. Now you would know that in this 2 is dividing on the right hand side, so it will multiply on the left hand side. 2 into delta is 2 delta is equal to BC sin A. BC is multiplying on the right hand side, so it's going to divide on the left hand side. So sin A can be written as 2 delta by BC, isn't it? So from this we can actually write sin A as 2 delta by BC. So in place of sin A, let me write 2 delta by BC. Cos B, as per cosine rule, you know that cos B should be C square plus A square minus B square by 2CA. And then sin B should be 2 delta by CA. Now cos C, as per the cosine rule, cos C, it has to be A square plus B square minus C square by 2AB. I already told you how to remember the cosine rule. You may watch one of my previous videos in which I talked about the sine rule, the cosine rule, and projection rule, and the half angle formulae and area of a triangle formulae. So you can go through that video once just so you get a gist of what I am doing here. I'm just using the cosine rules and I'm writing cos A as this thing, cos B as this thing, cos C as this thing. Okay, sin C can be written as 2 delta by AB. Now what happens? Let me write this numerator as it is, and then this denominator, since it's a fraction, if I want to push it to the numerator, I'll have to do a reciprocal, right? So the numerator, let me write it as it is first. So B square plus C square minus A square by 2BC into, so this 2 delta by BC, if I take it to the numerator, it becomes a reciprocal, right? So BC comes in the top and then 2A in the denominator. So this becomes reciprocal here. 2 delta by BC would become BC by 2 delta. I'm going to do the same thing here as well. This numerator, I'm going to write it as it is, C square plus A square minus B square by 2CA into this. I'm going to take it to the numerator, so it becomes a reciprocal. It would become CA by 2 delta. I'm going to do the same thing here as well. This numerator, I'm going to write it as it is for now. So A square plus B square minus C square by 2AB. Now this 2 delta by AB, if I take it to the numerator, it becomes reciprocal. It would become AB by 2 delta. Now what happens? Is there something that I can cancel here? Now this is my first term. In the first term, I see that BC from the denominator, BC from the numerator, they cancel out. and this is my second term. In the second term, CA from the denominator, CA from the numerator, they cancel out. And then this is my third term. I see that AB from the denominator and AB from the numerator, I can cancel them out. So what am I left with now? B square plus C square minus A square, B square plus C square minus A square by 2 into 2 is 4, delta as it is. So this is 4 delta. Now let us write what is remaining here. C square plus A square minus B square, C square plus A square minus B square by 2 into 2 is 4, delta as it is. So this is again 4 delta. Now what is remaining here in the third term? A square plus B square minus C square, A square plus B square minus C square by 2 into 2 is 4, delta as it is, 4 delta. Now what I can do here, since all the terms have the same denominator, the LCM is obviously going to be the same thing, 4 delta as it is, and then you can add up the numerators, right? Let me add up the numerators. B square plus C square minus A square, and then plus, I'm going to write this, C square plus A square minus B square, and then I'm going to write this, A square plus B square minus C square. Is there something that I can cancel here? Okay, I believe I can. B square plus B square and minus B square, they cancel out. Plus C square minus C square, they cancel out. Minus A square plus A square, they cancel out. And we are left with A square plus B square plus C square by 4 delta. A square plus B square plus C square by 4 delta. We were supposed to prove that cot A plus cot B plus cot C is A square plus B square plus C square by 4 delta, which we did. Now let us move on to the next question here. This question was asked in intermediate first year examination AP March 2018 question paper. It says here A is equal to B minus C secant theta, and we are supposed to prove tan theta is going to be 2 under root BC by B minus C into sine A by 2. Let us consider what is given to us first. Consider this thing. A is equal to B minus C secant theta. Now, secant theta is going to be A by B minus C, isn't it? Because B minus C is multiplying on the right hand side, so B minus C will divide on the left hand side. So A by B minus C is going to be secant theta. I know the value of secant theta, but I am supposed to get the value of tan theta. How am I going to do that? You know that secant and tan, they have a trigonometric identity between them, right? Secant square theta minus tan square theta is 1. So obviously from this, secant square theta minus 1 is going to be tan square theta, isn't it? Or else let me get the value of, okay, yeah. So tan square theta is going to be secant square theta minus 1, isn't it? Now I know that, we know that, let's write here, we know that tan square theta is nothing but secant square theta minus 1. In place of secant theta, I'm going to write this thing here. In place of secant theta, let me write A by B minus C, and then secant theta has a square, so let me write the square as it is. Now what happens? Tan square theta is going to be square goes to the numerator also, and then square goes to the denominator also. Now what happens? I'm going to just do a cross multiplication here. I believe you can do a cross multiplication yourself now. 1 into A square, that gives me A square, and then B minus C whole square into 1, that gives me B minus C whole square as it is, and then I can multiply the denominators, right? B minus C whole square into 1, that gives me B minus C whole square itself. Now what am I going to do here? What do you think we are going to do here? Okay, let's do it this way. Now this is A square minus, let us consider this as B square. A square minus B square. This entire thing I'm considering it as B. So this is A square minus B square. And we know that A square minus B square is A plus B into A minus B, isn't it? So let me write this as A plus B into A minus B by B minus C whole square in the denominator as it is. So what did I do here? This is A square minus B square. So I wrote it as A plus B into A minus this entire thing is B. So what am I going to do now? Okay, let's multiply with the minus sign and open the bracket here. So tan square theta is going to be a plus b minus c. When you multiply with the plus sign, obviously nothing changes, so I'm writing it as it is. But when you multiply with the minus sign, the signs change. Minus into b is minus b, minus into minus is plus. So b became plus b became minus b, and minus c became plus c by b minus c whole square. But do I have the answer now? No, it still looks like I am very far away from the answer that I'm supposed to get. I am supposed to show that tan theta is 2 under root bc by b minus c sine a by 2. But I'm not even close to the answer here. What am I going to do now? Let's try this thing. You all know that the semi-perimeter S is nothing but a plus b plus c by 2, isn't it? Now, let's say I want to just get the value of a minus b. How am I going to get the value of a plus b? Let us say I want to get the value of a plus b. How are you going to get the value of a plus b from this? 2 is dividing on the right hand side, so 2 will multiply on the left hand side. So 2 into s, that gives me 2s. And then, okay, 2s plus c, if I transpose it to the left hand side, becomes minus c, and I'm left with a plus b on the right hand side. So this is what it is. A plus b, in place of a plus b, I can write as 2s minus c. So that is what I'm going to do now. In place of a plus b, I'm going to write 2s minus c. This minus c, I'm going to write it as it is. Likewise, in place of a plus c, if you go by this thing, in place of a plus c, you can write 2s minus b. And this minus b I'm writing as it is. So in place of a plus c, if you go by this, you would understand that you can write it as 2s minus b. Now what happens? Tan square theta is 2s minus c, that gives you minus 2c, and then minus b, that gives you minus 2b by b minus c whole square. Let's write it as it is. What else can we do here? I can take 2 common from the first bracket, because I have a 2 here, I have a 2 here. Let me take 2 common from the first bracket, and then perhaps I can take 2 common from the second bracket as well, because I have a 2 here and then I have a 2 here. So let me take 2 common from the second bracket. So I'm left with s minus b by b minus c whole square. But am I now close to the answer? I don't think so. I'm supposed to get sine a by 2 here, but I don't have sine a by 2 here. So let's go back and see what sine a by 2 is. We went through the half angle formulae earlier, and then we saw that sine a by 2 should be square root of s minus c by bc, isn't it? Let's write it here. We know that we went through this earlier. We went through the half angle formulae earlier, and we saw that sine a by 2 should be under root s minus c by bc, isn't it? Now I have s minus b here, I have s minus b here, and then I have s minus c here. But do I have bc? No, I don't. Okay, at least we can get the value of s minus b, s minus c from here, from the half angle formula, and then we can substitute it here. Let me show you how. If I square these two things, what am I going to get? Square and square root gets cancelled, so I'm going to get here sine square a by 2. I'm going to get it as s minus b into s minus c by bc. Since bc is dividing on the right hand side, bc will obviously multiply on the left hand side. So I'm going to get it as bc sine square a by 2 is s minus b into s minus c. So in place of s minus b into s minus c, I can now write bc sine square a by 2. So let's do that. I don't have enough space in this page, so I'm going to move on to probably another page here. So tan square theta is equal to 2 into 2, that gives me 4, s minus b into s minus c. In place of s minus b into s minus c, I can write bc sine square a by 2. So let me write bc sine square a by 2. And then in the denominator b minus c whole square, I'm going to write it as it is. Now, I was supposed to get the value of tan theta, not tan square theta. So let me transpose the square to the right hand side. When I transpose the square to the right hand side, square will become square root on the right hand side, isn't it? Square becomes square root. So if you remove square from the left hand side, you are supposed to keep a square root on the right hand side. Now what happens? Tan theta is going to be, the root goes to all the terms here. Root when it goes to 4, square root of 4, that is 2. Root goes to BC also. And then root when it goes to sine square a by 2, square and square root gets cancelled and you end up getting sine a by 2. And root when it goes to b minus c whole square, square and square root gets cancelled and you end up getting b minus c. So you were supposed to prove that tan theta is 2 root bc by b minus c sine a by 2. So we ended up proving this thing now. Let's move on to the next question here. Now this question was asked in intermediate first year Telangana State May 2017 question paper. This is what it says. In a triangle ABC, show that cos A by A plus cos B by B plus cos C by small c is equal to A square plus B square plus C square by 2ABC. Do you think we can prove this? Let's use the cosine rules. Let us use the cosine rule here. In place of cos A, I'm just going to consider the left hand side first. So let us consider the left hand side, which is this thing. I'm going to consider this. In place of cos A, we can write B square plus C square minus A square by 2BC. I hope you remember the cosine formula here. In place of cos B, I can write C square plus A square minus B square by 2CA. And then this denominator B, let me write it as it is. And then in place of cos C, you can write A square plus B square minus C square by 2AB. And then this C in the denominator, let me write it as it is. Now what happens? Now this is my numerator, this entire thing is my numerator, and then in the denominator I only have A. If you wish, you can write A as A by 1, because obviously A by 1 is nothing but A itself. And now let us take this denominator to the numerator. When I push this denominator to the numerator, it becomes reciprocal, right? A by 1 would become 1 by A, isn't it? So let's write it here. The numerator, I'm going to write it as it is. B square plus C square minus A square by 2BC. That's the numerator, which I wrote it as it is. Now this division, if I convert this into multiplication, the denominator that you see here would become reciprocal, right? So A by 1, it becomes 1 by A. Again, this numerator, I'm going to write it as it is for now. So C square plus A square minus B square by 2CA. Let me write it as it is. Now this denominator B by 1, if I transpose it, instead of division, if I convert the division into multiplication, this B by 1 would become 1 by B, the reciprocal of it. And I'm going to do the same thing here as well. This is the numerator, which I'm going to write it as it is. So A square plus B square minus C square by 2AB. And then this C by 1, if I take it to the numerator, it becomes 1 by C, isn't it? Now what happens? B square plus C square minus A square into 1, that gives you B square plus C square minus A square as it is. And then 2BC into A, you can write it as 2BCA, or else you can rearrange the terms alphabetically and write ABC, 2ABC. Here, C square plus A square minus B square into 1 is this thing itself, by 2CA into B, you can write it as 2CAB, or else you can rearrange it here, ABC, you can write it ABC. Here also the same thing, A square plus B square minus C square by 2ABC. Now you would see that all the three have the same denominator, so obviously you are going to get the same LCM 2ABC. Let us now add up the numerators. What are the numerators that you see here? B square plus C square minus A square plus this thing, C square plus A square minus B square plus this thing, which is A square plus B square minus C square. Is there something that I can cancel here? I believe I can cancel plus B square and minus B square. I can cancel plus C square and minus C square, plus minus A square and plus A square. What am I left with now? I am left with A square plus B square plus C square by 2ABC. So we were supposed to prove that cos A by small a plus cos B by small b plus cos C by small c is a square plus b square plus c square by 2abc, and we proved it. So with this, we have come to the end of the video. In the next video, I'm going to teach you a few more formulae, and then we will start solving questions from previous year question papers using those formulae. Thank you so much for staying till the end of the video. I look forward to see you all in the next video. Until then, goodbye.